People from all around the region made the journey to Tupelo, Mississippi to see Elvis's homecoming concert, including a station wagon full of teenage girls from Alamo, Tennessee, 127 miles away.
I had been to see Elvis once before, and Tupelo was close enough, and so I talked my mother into taking us. And so Judy and I, one of my friends, and she was really crazy about him too, we got together, and then we asked some of our other friends to go with us.
We didn't go places like that. This was unusual. This was different. And I was really surprised our dad let us go because he was really strict on us. I thought he was stricter than some of the other girls' parents. Well, he was. And so and the reason I got to go mostly was because my twin sister, Joyce, she ran around with Gloria Ann. And so that meant that if she was going, I could go. So I kind of got to go because of Joyce. But not that we all liked him, but this was, the pairing was, if she was going to get to go, then I could go too. And so Dad let us both go. And he trusted Miss Anna. Dad trusted Miss Anna to take care of us because that was Gloria Ann's mother, and she's just a sweet, sweet lady.
My mother was I'm very different than she is. She's a very calm, peaceful person, and just sort of took things in her stride. And having anyone that would take a lot of teenagers anywhere has got to be fairly level-headed and fairly calm. It wound up, there were 7 of us that went. One big car we piled into, no seat belts.
There were 7 of us in there, but we were small girls. Somebody had to sit on somebody's lap, because that's what you did. I don't remember feeling uncomfortable. I don't remember complaining about anything, about going, You just didn't do that. You were just so glad to get to go. I don't know whether we knew what to expect or not, but because, it was the first sort of show that I'd been to. I'd never been to a stage show before I went down there.
I don't think we went to the parade, as I recall, but they had the banner across the street. I don't know how early we got there, but it was well before the performance started. We had seats that were back from the stage. Once he came out, we just sort of all just rushed to the front, and so did a lot of other people. Luckily, we got up front.
I just think that somebody said, "Let's go," and I don't know who did, but we all took off. It was just like we were just there. And I know from looking at us, in the picture that was taken, that we must have been all elbows because we held our own right there on that front row.
Well, they didn't have any security that afternoon. They did that night, however. But that afternoon, there was no security, and we were right at the edge of the stage, and as we would reach up, you'd burn your arm, on the floodlight, and I was taking pictures. So I'd have to hold the camera up. I do remember him coming on stage, and I do remember, I remember what he had on. I can't tell you the songs he sang. I really can't tell you that. I just remember just being sort of mesmerized.
I think that it was just a raw sexual urge that he projected that just turned on all the young girls. It was energy that he emanated. He was just, and I understood, why when we got up there. I mean, I understood why everybody was excited about him when I saw him. I understood. Yeah, I understood. I can't say more.
Judy Hopper was the one that and she didn't climb, we pushed her. It would have been very hard to climb on that stage, I think. Plus the lights they were big lights, and to get over, and so we literally pushed her.
She had already had her, gotten to where she had her knee up there on that stage, and I just kind of gave her a little push there. Next thing you know, she was up there, and there was this silly little grin that kind of went across his face. And on the other hand, she was just kind of like in a trance.
It took maybe not even a minute for people to come up on the stage and just gently take her off. It was really exciting for us, except she got to go and meet him that night. And I was extremely jealous that I didn't get to meet him too, but she did, and her picture was in the paper, and it was a real happening, And so we sort of were on her coattails, I guess you'd say.
When we came back from that trip, and my daddy saw that picture in that paper, his reaction wasn't really good. He was kind of agitated about it for a while. He sort of had to learn to live with it, because we come home that night and the Memphis Press-Inventor has us right there on that front page. And you can see who most of us were. You know, it was just the Alamo girls.